What's up, everybody? Erod212 here with another video. So today, decided to discuss Copper Age books that we should be buying for 2021. So these are books that I am investing in, I've been investing in, or plan on investing in. I think they're good buys, kind of like the stock market. Some are long-term holds, some are quicker flips. But I mean, because that's basically what it is. Comic books is like the stock market right now. But before we start that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do hit the notification bell. You'll get notified when I'm putting out content. And please hit the like button on this. All right. So first book we're going to start with is a classic. Everybody probably has one in their collection, but this book still sells extremely well. Anytime I go to a show or a store, this book is on the shelf, and if it's in high condition, it goes. And that's this. Amazing Spider-Man 252. So now there are newsstand variants to this. There are also Canadian price variant, which is a really nice book to have for this book. But this book right here, a raw copy of this right now is going for about $125 to $150 right now, which is still affordable. And like Amanda Doom was having this conversation with on their East Meets West show. You know what? If you can get in a book at $200 and make good profit as compared to having to get into it at a $500 or $600 book, then you know it's a win-win. But let me just show you what 252 looks like right now. So right now, 252 and a 9.8 is an $895 book. You know, that's a pricey book. See the Canadian price variant? It's $1,800. So big money behind that. The GPA on this book, the last one sold for $895. That's a good price. The 90-day average is $938 with a 12-month average of $672. In 2020, this was a $635 book, and in 2019, this was a $474 book average. So quite a dramatic increase in that book. Book has definitely gone up. If you talk ASM 252, then you have to talk the next book also, and that's Secret Wars number 8. I have a hard time with this book getting it in a 9.8. I have never had it in a 9.8. 9.6 is the highest grade I can get it, and I've had multiple copies of this. For some reason, it's a tough book. I know it has a shitty rap sometimes, but a tough book. But just, you know, a really nice book to own. Another one of those books that's mass produced, but the need for people to have that book, the supply is large, but the demand is larger, shall we say. And you can get that, a raw copy of that, for about $100 to $125. And let's take a look at GPA on that. Because if we look at the GPA on that, the last raw on that, the last copy of that sold for $490. So a book is doing well. And you can see the Canadian price variant sold for $950. So those are the things with those Canadian price variants. They're kind of like newsstands because only so many of them were shipped to Canada. You know, they ship by the amount of population, and that's a big difference. All right. So as I said, $490 for the last sale. The 90-day average on this book was $466. But look at this, 95 copies of this book, almost 100 copies sold in 90 days. The 12-month average on this book is $371. And 2020, it sold for about $356. In 2019, you could have had this book for $240. So the book from 2019 to now, which is a year and a month or so, has already doubled. That's a good return on your investment. Another book that was not a wall book, you would find this in bins, and now I'm going to shows. I was recently at a show the other day, and this was on the wall, and you see it in the shops. That's Predator #1 from the original miniseries from 1989. There are second prints on this, so just be aware. I don't think there's any difference in the cover to differentiate it. Go inside first page, and it'll tell you first print, second print. All right. I believe Disney acquired the rights to this, so there's anticipation that this movie could be redone over again. But another book that is an affordable book. You can get a raw copy for about $40 right now, and that's for a high grade copy. When I tell you the prices, they're more for the high grade books than anything else. So, you know, an easy book to still acquire. A 9.8 just sold for $685. A 9.6 is a $230 book. The 90-day average on this was $638. A 12-month average on this is $491. In 2020, this was a $471 book. In 2019, a $300 book. So book has seen up so 2019 again to the last sale. We're talking double the price. So that's what I'm trying to bring here, is just books that have grown so much and I think still have room to grow. This next book is mass produced, but it is, again, a book that I'm starting to see an uptick on due to the fact that Marvel has acquired the rights to this character. And that will be this book here, and that's Wolverine #1. Now, it's not the first appearance of Wolverine. It's not even his first solo book, but it is his first ongoing series. And this is some good stuff here if you have not read this. Books I loved as a kid, and an affordable book. Now, a hard book to get in a 9.8, even though there are a lot of them, so there should be quite a few in the census, just because of the black background, susceptible to spine ticks and everything else. You know, and it's a book from 1988, so it's been around for a while. You can get a raw copy for about $30 right now, which is not bad at all. And a 9.8 sold for $207 in January. Now look at that 9.9 for $1,500, and a 10.0. That is a 10.0 in this book amazes me. $17,000 book. So like I said, last sold was $207. The 90-day average on this is $219. 12-month average $205. 2020 is $200, and 2019 is $158. I just feel, it's my opinion only, that when the X-Men hit the MCU, Wolverine is the one character that cannot be put to the side. You know, a lot of people want a fresh start. Wolverine has to be part of it from the get-go. And will it be Hugh Jackman? I highly doubt it, but I'm excited to see what they do. And as we know, the Hulk 180 and 181 are through the roof, as is the Giant Size X-Men #1, his second appearance. So why not have one of his first solo stories? You know? And the last book is another book within that parameter. The common thread that I'm seeing with these books, besides the Wolverine, but when you're looking, and actually I have another book, I apologize, but when you're looking at it, is collectability. So what I mean by that is, this is the next book, and this is DC Comics Presents, right? Number 47. And this is the first appearance of He-Man. And this book is beloved by a lot of people. And the reason is, it's a character that people grew up with. It had a great toy line. Guys who were in their 30s going into their 40s and have expendable income now are chasing stuff like this. I know, just talking to like Joke M21 and Manny NYC, Biggie's, Very Gary, and those guys, they're all Turtle guys, G.I. Joe guys, He-Man guys. You know, that's the stuff that they grew up on. That's the stuff they love, and they go after. Jeff Johnson's another guy like that. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. But DC Presents 47, you can get a raw copy of that for about $200 to $225, and that's exactly what I just recently paid for one. But although it seems expensive, when you take a look at the numbers, I think it's well worth it. So a 9.8 on this book sold for $1,519. A 9.6 sold for $480. That's quite an increase there. You know, you spend $225, do press and clean on it, and let's say ship grading and everything else, it costs you another $40. You're in at $265, and you can make $1,500 or even $500 on it. Win-win. So like I said, the last sale was $1,519. The 90-day average on this is 1213 with a 12-month average of $900 and a 2020 average of $866. Now, in 2019, this book could have been had for $664. I do not own a 9.8. I have two 9.6s. I got my first 9.6 for $25 about 5 years ago, before the book really blew up. But you know, fortunate. Now, the last book I want to talk about is a book I do not have on me. It's a book that I'm chasing after, and it is probably, in my opinion, the best pick. See my shirt, you'll know what I'm talking about. But Thundercats #1, Star Comics, which was that subsidiary of Marvel that did children's type of books, Care Bears, Fraggle Rock, all of those things. Well, they did do Thundercats, and Thundercats is another property that those 30 to 40-year-old guys are chasing. I was just at a con, and they had higher end Thundercat figures, and they've got statues of them now and everything else. God forbid they make a movie, you know, and with technology now, you can, you know, recreate it and do Lionel. And Mumraz is just a great character. So I think it's something that people will like. But let me just show you the numbers on this. And a raw copy, I'm sorry, of Thundercats #1, you get for about $25. All right. But a 9.8 just sold for $711. There's a Canadian price variant on it, which sold for almost $900, and a 9.6 is selling in the $200 range. So it just shows you that the 9.8s are kind of tough to come around. And let's take a look here. And we're talking the 90-day average on that book is $679. The 12-month average is $433. And in 2019, it was a $255 book. So from $255 to a 9.8 selling for $711. You triple your money. And either way, if you're paying $25 and you put another $30 into it, a $50 investment is going to get you $255. And I think that book still has room to grow, a lot of room to grow. So yeah, that's it for today. Please leave comments. Let me know what you guys think of this video. I really enjoy doing the research on these and just looking at a lot of these books. Because, you know, as you can see, I'm not just throwing stats at you. I'm showing you what I invest in. All right. I believe that that's the important thing. I am a guy who enjoys the hobby, and I only show you what I believe in. If you're seeing it with me, it's because I believe in it, not because I just want to throw a stat to put out content. All right. But that's about it. Until my next video. Peace.